How do you see the position of Russia and China here?
Well, I mean, Russia has clearly been significantly bolstered. I mean, both by the temporary lifting of sanctions on the Russian oil that was on the water, but also by the explosion in the oil price. I mean, China is more complicated, isn't it? But I mean, there was a cover of this week's Economist magazine, which had a picture of the leaders of America and China. Chinese leader clearly smiling, and it just said, "Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake," which is a saying, I think, of Napoleon Bonaparte. I mean, it's difficult. It's, as America expends so much money, firepower, and energy in a region it had said it wanted to really free itself from. I mean, it's hard not to think that China is benefiting from it. Mm-hmm. And there are all kinds of tensions, as you well know. I mean, over Taiwan and over the defense of Taiwan, and whether or not there's simply enough armaments to go around. It's for people who know more about defense than me to discuss that. But it's hard not to think that China is quietly laughing. And as I say, Russia is doing rather well as well.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, its war in Ukraine goes on. It's an extraordinary time.
Yeah.
And it's quite difficult to keep up with the pace of it all. But it is an extraordinary time, and I have colleagues who say, "Oh, wait and see. It'll turn out for the best." You have people who say, "Look, everyone said Iraq was a disaster, but it now has a sort of democratic government."
Yeah.
You have to wonder about the cost, though.
Yeah, I was reading some articles, and then they kind of compared the duality of Americas. For example, when Russia attacked Ukraine, they were seen as this, they were portrayed in some ways. But America does the same with, Iran or Venezuela. Like, what is your opinion here?
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to be, pretty careful about not having double standards. I mean, the BBC was accused with this over its coverage of Gaza as well.
Yeah.
I think there's been a lot of discussion about the allegation that this war is entirely illegal, as well as stupid. A lot of discussion about that, and that's been all over the BBC as well. But it's hard to draw precise parallels. I mean, I guess if you are an American, you would point to the fact that Iran is a sponsor of terrorism around the world, has attacked American troops consistently now for the last 20 or so years, has threatened to destroy Israel, has railed against America over and over again. It's not a parallel with Ukraine. So again, it's that sort of be careful about drawing easy parallels, is what I'd say. They are different situations. And on the general point with America, what I really noticed about when I lived there and I worked there is it feels very different inside America. Not just because it's a patriotic country and it doesn't spend a lot of time worrying about the rest of the world, but because when they say don't bet against America, they're quite often right. The American economy is staggeringly powerful. The confidence that Americans have in their own country is very different from, certainly in, say, Western Europe. Its ability to bounce back from failure is astonishing. We talked about Suez. I don't think Britain has ever been the same since Suez,
Yeah.
the humiliation of it. But you look at Vietnam, which was a terrible humiliation for the United States, and it bounced back. It has a sort of a revolutionary energy about it that it's difficult not to admire, but you really have to acknowledge it is different from a lot of countries. It's an astonishing place. And we forget that when we talk about, stupid wars, expensive wars, diplomatic blundering, stupid president, whatever you want to throw at it. It's a country that manages to sort of regenerate and change and produce in a way that it's very difficult to think of other places like it.